Podcast. Hello. Welcome to episode 6 of the Hope You Like It podcast. Here we go with our theme song that we have in every podcast.
There's a hair on the mic.
I hope.
Well, apparently we're changing the theme song every episode.
I hope. No, it's the same every time.
Oh yeah, totally, yeah.
I really hope you like this. Hope you like it. You missed it. Yeah.
You have no cue.
I gave the hand.
That's not a cue because it still doesn't know when you're gonna say it. You
Well,
still don't
it's
know when you're
actually-
gonna say it.
You actually wanted to hold up the letter Q?
Yes.
And, you're
Yes.
and then you know what to do?
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Well, guess who's back? Wrong. It's not. I wish it was them, but it's my sister. She's still here.
Shoot, dang it. Where is she?
What happened?
I was sick that day, actually,
Okay.
yeah.
Aren't you sick today too?
No?
Okay, yeah, so we're here.
Cat,
Okay,
yeah.
but I was gonna say I was gonna do a show with cousin Daniel, but it didn't turn out well. So good, the video. So I'm still trying to figure out the project, how it's gonna work, and we need you to be there too. Let's pause for a little bit. We'll be right back after these commercials. Yeah. This episode of the Hope You Like It podcast is brought to you by Bookmarks. Ooh. Mark your books in funk. Back to the show. Break. And we're back. Great product. Get those bookmarks. Help support them for supporting the podcast. They're giving us money to keep this going.
What?
We have sponsors now.
Oh yeah.
You weren't here for the last episode. So, what anything happened to you this week? I have a lot of stuff to talk about, but
No.
nothing happened.
Wait.
You got.
Oh yeah, I got into honor band.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow, I'm out of breath. Did I have to run? So, in school for band, we have this thing called honor band. I was talking about it in my gaming video. And so
When is that going up?
soon when I'm not lazy.
Okay.
So we go through this whole process, and I talked about this in the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So we did the whole process, and I went through the whole audition thing, and then on Monday this week, we got our whole everything back, and I got in, which I was very happy about. I didn't think I would with my score, but I did. I scored 138 something, 138.5 for my section, and I got section leader for my section, so that means I got first chair in honor band.
But your best friend didn't get in, so there's a huge controversy.
No, actually, all my friends got in.
Oh.
Except for one. But
So there's no drama.
no. My group got in.
If there was one person you'd say didn't deserve to get in, who is it?
I won't say their name.
Oh, I'll say it then. Squidward. that got good ratings on Rotten Tomatoes.
What, SpongeBob?
Mhm.
Oh, really?
It's
I
like
wanna
70
check.
something,
Oh, no,
74 or something. It's crazy. So yeah, honor band. I've never accomplished something quite like that, ever. How do you
Got
feel?
into honor roll and AOC.
But how does that make you feel, like honor band? Like in terms of creativity.
My first practice is on your birthday.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's fine. It's cool. I like it. It's
But I mean, I'd be flipping out if I got any sort of thing like that. Like if I kind of let's see, what's an example I could think of? If someone paid me to write something, then I'd be like, oh crap, I made it.
okay. Well, it's exciting. It's fun. It kind of shows, wow, I worked this hard and I actually get something for it. Because we do it for ourselves now.
Uh-huh. I do it for myself too.
Because nobody appreciates what you're doing except for yourself.
I don't appreciate it either.
I know, but
I do it for
no one else is gonna do it, so you have to do it.
I do it for Jesus, the Messiah.
Nah, you just ruined the whole joke.
What was the joke?
There was no joke. You could have done a better joke. That was a terrible.
I feel like
Some way
Jesus
to
was
make
probably
people
high
laugh.
when he thought of the whole thing.
What?
Because he was like, dude, my dad loves you. Want some fish? Oh, Jesus, man. Oh, I'd love to die on a cross. It's so awesome with tea. I love the letter T. Can I drink tea? Oh, you have to nail my hands? Oh, man. Oh, well. Oh, this is so cool. Dying for your sins, man. Oh, look. They're poking his eye out. Good crow. Hey, Dad. Do you mind not killing these people? Thanks. I wrote a book. Read it. I gave it to Moses to write. Oh wait, no, I didn't write it. He just found it on a mountain. Okay. I got 12 dudes around me. It's my posse. Mary Magdalene's my... No. Let's see. Last week, this week, it started. What kicked off my whole week was, hey. What kicked off my whole week was, we'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
This episode of the Hope You Like It podcast is brought to you by your dinner. Eat your food. Back to the show.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh shoot. Okay, so what kicked off my week was I watched this movie called Frank, which I told you about.
No, you didn't.
I did. I told you, hey, watch Frank.
No, you didn't.
I did. I remember.
You did not.
I did, but you probably thought I was like, wait, what are you talking about,
You
Frank?
didn't. You didn't.
I watched Frank.
You didn't.
I didn't tell you, but I watched Frank starring Maggie Gyllenhaal, Michael Fassbender, and a few other people. It's good. It's in my top 5 movies now. It's maybe even my top 3. I might have knocked Sleepwalk with Me lower. It's I think it's really changed. It changed something in me, something chemically.
Everything changes you.
No, I'm saying like movies in terms Eternal Sunshine, that happened. Her was kind of like Eternal Sunshine. I would say those are the only 2 movies. Sleepwalk with Me a little bit. This like the 3rd time I watched it. But this movie, it's just in terms of like now I feel more relieved of having to satisfy what people want in terms of art and stuff like that. Like I already don't really do what's normal in terms of anything creative that I do. It's always a little, it's just what I want to do, but now I don't worry about it. Like, okay, it's cool. Let me keep pushing the limits and find as far as I can go into this one topic that I care about, that I know about, and make my home there. And just whoever wants to come, then cool, you're invited. But if you don't, then that's fine. You can go out there because it's not for everyone. I'm not for everyone. And that's what they kind of talk about in Frank, where it's about this band, this really weird band, and they have the whole art thing going on, but it's also just them. They're just not mentally stable. They're not mentally there. But for some reason, that allows them to be artful. And then out of nowhere, this guy from the outside comes in to join the band, and he wants to be famous, and he makes the band's music change into more. That's what he's trying. He wants to be famous. He makes it more poppy.
I'm not sure what you said there.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
No, I did that by accident.
Oh.
Everything affects him more than it should.
That's true.
Yeah.
I can watch something and just if I want to be silly, then I'll watch silly movies and stuff. But no, this is and I mean now like I'm writing music again, which is something that I stopped doing for a while just because I was afraid of it. I'm I was afraid of my jokes, but now I'm more like I'm living in them. I'm not. I'm now I want to record videos because I'm not afraid of them anymore. It's just because this movie showed me that it doesn't matter. Someone's gonna find it. A few people are gonna like it. If it's too cool, if it's thousands, cool, millions, whatever. As long as I'm satisfying myself through creativity and maybe some other people like it too. And that's what I really enjoyed about watching the movie, where it taught me that where this is a special thing. Just this podcast and everything else. It's not. We're doing it for nothing. We're also doing it for something, which is ourselves, because I like doing it. It makes me feel good. I guess for you too, and it's fun. It's cool. It's fun to embrace the weird, because that someone else might feel that way. Like today, I would anytime I talk about something that I think I'm the only one that can really relate to, and somebody laughs about it, or it's just I don't feel as lonely, and I just need one person. That's why I like it. What else happened? But with that, after that happened, I was calm. But then, like you say, things affect me way more than they're supposed to. I I did something. Okay, something happened when I was. Okay, now you talk about something. I'm talking too much.
Oh, I got a haircut today.
You did?
Yeah.
I need a haircut.
You do. Or a hair cutter wants to cut your hair.
Ooh.
Whatever. Yeah, I cut my hair. It's a lot shorter. Like, a lot shorter. And I've been recording gaming videos, like, for the past hour. And yesterday, I went far away from the mic. And, like, yeah, it's fun. I like it. Minecraft.
Well, when you do that, what do you like? Why do you do that?
Because I want to play a game. And then I want to show people that I'm capable of doing this.
And also, you say that you'll post it when you're not lazy.
Yeah.
Is that completely true, or is there just some hesitation for you to post something like that?
It's completely true, because I don't like getting my laptop for any other reason than to play a game.
So there's nothing that's keeping you from, that's just telling you like, no, this is stupid, don't put it up.
No.
No?
No.
Hmm.
I usually only listen to like about 5 minutes of the whole thing.
Well, not even that, just putting it up.
No.
Cool.
For like face videos, yeah, I have like some. No, don't do it. You look terrible.
Oh, face videos?
Yeah. But like when it's just my voice or I'm just messing around on my computer with a microphone, it's fun. I'm like, some people are gonna watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people won't watch this. Some people will actually watch my Minecraft video because I have a lot of people who like Minecraft videos. They can give me tips.
Minecraft videos. But
Gaming videos in general. Like, I would play Skyrim and, like, Sims, but I already started a world, or, like, a story and a world in both of them. But I probably will play Sims once, like, all of my Sims grow old.
oh yeah, Sims is. I like Sims because because if I fail at something on that day, then I just go succeed in it in my Sims life, and that just makes me vicariously happy. It's my reality TV.
In his Sim world, he's exactly how he will be. In my Sims world, it's what everybody else wants him to be.
What is that?
In your Sims world, you're a comedian.
Oh, I know, but yours.
Oh, mine?
What it is it that everybody wants me to be?
Well, everybody thinks that you're super smart, which you are. They want you to be a completely successful writer who's, like, really good and, like, starts writing books and everything.
Do you think that?
A lot of people want you to be like that.
a writer.
No, everybody wants you to be a certain thing. Like our parents want you to be that. Of course, it took them a while to accept the whole journalism thing, and when they did,
But it's not even journalism anymore. It's just communications in terms of media and entertainment.
exactly, they want you to be a writer. They want you to be a successful writer known by a lot of people in a big house living with your wife and 3 kids.
3 kids. But
Yeah,
I
she had
think
4
I
kids.
think as I get older, I realize it's not about what it is. It's just as long as it is successful in the way you look at it and you're happy.
Yeah, not everyone else. Like, if your parents don't like it, it's a shame. They probably will end up supporting you in the end because they kind of have to, or else you'll stop doing anything at all.
Hmm. And that's where it's just hard. It gets hard to create art because it's like, well, art in quotation marks, just because it's like, who cares what you have to say? You're just another voice in the world. But then maybe the voice will peak out and it's just something new and cool. So who knows? Maybe we'll find an audience one day in some way. Have you ever thought about if you had the opportunity to join a band, would you?
Yes.
One that's already successful.
No.
Why?
'Cause
That's interesting.
I want to make myself like a part of the band. If it's already successful, then they'll just know all the people in the band, and they'll be like, "Oh, there's a new person. They're not that good."
So like if a spot opened for of Monsters and Men, you would be maybe you would join, but you'd be like, I want to do more than this.
I would.
I'm not
I
sticking
would
around.
join it just to get money, but then I would actually like have my own band.
You'd want to move on from that, and that's
Yeah, I would just like build a basis, like a base for myself. I don't listen to Monsters and Men anymore. I don't listen to bands, but like, just build a base for myself, and then move on from there. Give someone else that wants to be that a chance to get it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because I think about that. Like, I don't like the idea of me succeeding. Okay, if you were in a band, you'd be happy to succeed in that band.
Yeah. And if it were a band that I started with from the beginning, or at least like from almost the beginning, or when nobody knew them, then I would be happy in that band. Because I'll create my own face in that band. I'll have my own face on the album.
Okay. So that's the thing. It's
Creating
like,
your name.
I don't want the other faces with me.
Wow.
No, but I do like collaborating though. That's not true. That's mostly a joke. I would, but I don't know where I'm more comfortable. If I'm more comfortable in a group, or when I'm alone. Because I know today I went to this. I'll talk about it. I went to this class today for.
You're already talking about it. Of course, you're gonna talk about it.
Hold
Oh, I just burped.
on. You keep talking about something.
Uh,
Wait, we'll be right back right after these commercial break.
Oh my god. Have you heard? This episode of the Hope You Like It podcast is brought to you by white people. They rule everything. The white people told me to go back to the show. Back to the show.
I'm back, and I want to play you a little something. Okay. Here we go. It's on the recorder flute. Okay, ready?
Oh my god! What is this? Shut up! I told you not to play that anymore!
And that's when.
When I it's not that I don't want any other fee. I just don't know. Okay, today I did go to this class. I got it for free. It's like a stand-up thing. It was like a $50 thing. They gave it to me for free. And I thought I'd go network or something. And I kind of did. I might be friends with a guy. A important guy. But, I was talking to this other guy and we were bound. He was he wanted to make a joke. Pretty much the whole class was about making one joke, which I already know how to do, but it's like it was fun still. He wanted to make a joke about parking tickets, and which is such a broad thing. Everybody's talking about parking tickets, and he had all these ideas, and then it was fun hearing him say, and then I bounce off ideas to him like, oh, what about this? And he'd be like, oh, I didn't think of it that way, and then I had my joke idea about being a dude is embarrassing in ways, and we were bouncing off ideas, and I felt it's cool to collaborate with people because you get more ideas from it. But I don't know how to do that in music. I've never done that before. Everything I've done in music has been alone. Mostly, right?
Yes, always, because you don't have anybody to collaborate with.
Right. And I
You
don't
don't even let me do anything.
It's hard because it's always hard for me to start with people with them. But okay. Oh, what happened this week? One thing happened this weekend. I messed up in a way that only I know I did, and nobody else cares about it. Like, has that ever happened to you? Like what instance? Where you know you messed up at something, and it might have affected other people, but that person doesn't really care. Or the only person that this matters to is you. And because you're the only person that it matters to, you can't apologize to anyone for doing anything.
It's pretty much in like what in band or when I'm practicing when I mess up on something, and it's just like one note and it's really quiet, or if I come in early and no one notices, then like
Okay.
yeah.
For me,
There are other instances as well, but
for me it
those
was
are not to be shared.
For me, it was in school, and of course, I was walking into the school, and this person offered me something, and what you're supposed to is take it, whereas what you're supposed to do is take it, but I just was like, no, thank you, but I said it in like, no thanks, but I said it that way because I was freaked out because this person is just like, people in general just freak me out, but this person is just something else.
Wow.
That's what people have that effect on me. It's just I want to talk to them, but it's more like I can't handle that. It's just people are my biggest fear because it's just for some reason, and then I think I acted weird and mean and might have freaked her out, and I didn't try to, but it just ended up happening that way.
It was a her.
Was it? Like I said, this person freaks me out.
You said it was a her. Like, I don't know if I freaked her out.
And it's just like that is gonna bother me forever, because I can't apologize for it because it doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah, I get those. I get like when solicitors come up.
It's like you're the only person that this matters to. You're the only person that this is bugging. It's like it's probably like that one person that was like, black people aren't that bad, out of millions, and then it's just that person just secluded. It's like, I just have to hide this and forever. I don't know if that's a weird comparison analogy, but that's what happened. What do you do when you have nothing to talk about? Let's pause.
I don't talk about anything.
Well, so you just relax in the quietness. When you're with someone, do you get uncomfortable when you're not talking?
Yeah.
Why though?
Because it's complete silence, and there are like 2 or 3 people in the car or in a room.
And why don't you like silence? Is it just because?
Well, I like silence when there's nobody to talk to.
But if there's somebody to talk to, you feel like you should be talking.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Not all the time.
If it's like someone you don't talk to all the time, like if it's someone like your friend that you haven't seen in a little while, or your friend in general, then like you should talk a little bit or make up something.
I feel like I get a lot out of being silent around a person. Just because I feel like I get, it's weird. It's just I get more out of it. I get more of a moment out of it because it's quiet. It's, it's, it's light. It feels like, okay, this is as bare bones as we can get as human beings now, without the ringers, without the languages and the accents. It's just silence, like it was at one point when there was nothing. Which is, maybe that's why I do like science. Maybe I not science. Silence. For me, it's just like it goes back to a time of just peace and being alone. That's how we start out. That's our whole existence starts out in this silent place, and then we're forced out of it.
But there's always noise.
Yeah, you hear little muffles around.
There's always noise. It's never silent, ever.
You don't have ears.
Still not.
And then
silent.
you're forced out of that stage to have ears, and you start hearing
It's still
them.
not silent because it's in your brain. You hear you don't hear stuff. You like imagine stuff, or you imagine how.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying actual noise, not mental noise.
Thanks for putting down my metaphor.
What's your metaphor?
I don't know. That's how I develop stuff. I have to talk about it.
Okay, but you're forced out of the stage of not of. First of all, you're forced out of being insignificant into starting to grow scientifically, and that whole thing. And then you're forced out of that point to have ears, and then you start hearing everything. And then you're forced out of that to be in the actual world that you've been hearing muffled sounds of, and now you're here, and now you're crying because you're freaked out that you were just pushed out of the most peaceful place you can probably be in, unless something's happening. And then from there, your whole life consists of being forced out of stages. Do you think if we were ever forced to like hunt and stuff, that we would have done that? If from the beginning we could have been kids throughout our lifetime, would we have stayed kids, or would have evolution taken place where we have to grow up mentally and become that, or is it just because of survival? That's an impossible question to answer, but it's weird.
You didn't even ask a question. You just asked a really long sentence. Develop the question. Make it a question.
I did ask the question.
Make it
an
understandable question.
If it wasn't for us being forced out of things, would we have grown at all?
What?
If we weren't forced of being grown out of things, forced out of our stages in life,
So how would it be if we were never forced out of...
What if we were just kids, mentally?
How would it be if we were forced out of our natural lifestyle?
No, if we weren't forced out of it.
If we weren't forced out of our natural lifestyle.
Exactly.
Yeah. You
Will we
said
just
that
be...
really just difficulty. You have to simple it down.
Will we just be kids? Will we be monkeys like that? Or are they forced to come out of whatever they're in? Or like... What is this whole evolution thing?
Technically all forced because we start off as a baby. And then
Yeah, I know.
we end with tons of wisdom.
That's what I'm saying. We're forced to have that.
Yeah. If we weren't forced, then we would have no wisdom and we would be babies.
So do we need that
adulthood.
wisdom?
Yes.
What if we never got it?
Then we would be stupid people.
But will we be stupid if nobody has it?
No, because if we didn't have, like, wisdom or anything, we wouldn't be anything because we would end up dying from the beginning because we don't know how to breathe.
And what's the shame in that?
Nobody would live. We would not be here. Nobody would be here.
Then what would happen?
Nothing.
Where do we go from there? How do people smile all the time when these questions are out there? How do people smile when...
Because people don't like the unknown, and sometimes we have to hide it, or else we will literally not live. We can ask them occasionally and gain knowledge from that. If we don't, if at the times that we don't ask them is the time where we create our memories for ourselves. We create moments in those times. We create wisdom in these times.
And where doesn't wisdom come from? Our need to be powerful, from our need to be.
Wisdom comes
Controlling.
from looking.
But
Looking-
isn't?
Wisdom comes from looking at what's in front of you. Look, that's a chair. Now
But
we know
why
that
do
that's
we
a
look
chair.
at anything? Why do it? So we could be above the other person.
Because we're curious.
Why are we
Everyone's
curious? But are we curious to an advantage or a disadvantage? Are we curious to I guess it depends on the person, the personality. Some people.
No, we're just curious to be known. We're curious.
But is it?
we're
Everyone
curious
is.
to be better than everyone else.
Okay, that's a bad thing, isn't it?
No. Because if it's a bad thing, then no one would do it.
No, well, people do bad things all the time.
Yeah.
So
because,
it's just necessarily
because we
that's
give them the knowledge that it's a bad thing.
no, but
Since we gain wisdom and we realize that being better than us wanting to be better than other people is a bad thing, then we made everything a bad thing. If nobody ever said anything that murder was a bad thing, then it wouldn't be a bad thing.
but good and bad are such arbitrary things because people
It's
will do it
man-made.
anyways.
It's man-made.
So has life become artificial? Is there no
Yeah,
possible way?
Time is man-made.
The marking of time is man-made.
Time
The
is man-made.
use of time is man-made, but time has always existed on its own.
But the way time is comprehended is man-made.
Yeah.
Our world is man-made.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Soon Mars is going to be completely man-made. We're going to completely take it over.
Well, I was thinking in terms of what's on it. The
Yeah.
planet in general is space natural.
Space
Is nature? Does nature exist? on
and
that?
like where did it come from? Someone made it. Something made it.
What made it?
No one knows.
Do you have something that do you believe in something?
No, you can't.
You can't believe in something. You can have faith.
You can believe in something, but it's not right.
So you don't believe that that's good. Believing in something, putting
Believe-
your faith into something.
Yeah, that's good, but it's never right. No one's right.
No one's right.
No one's ever right because we don't know for sure.
Okay. And how do you? So what do you? So you just go on thinking, I don't know anything, and I have to deal with that.
No, I go on thinking I know this and this.
But do you know that for sure? What is this and this?
This is a microphone. That's a chair.
But is it? Isn't it just
That's what we know.
It's molecules bumping into each other. What?
It's what we know of.
It's
what
what
it
we've
is. It's-
created.
Yeah, we know what we created. We don't know what we didn't create. So those we know what we created. That
Do
is
you only-
how we live. If we continue asking who made everything, who made the brains in people's brains, then we wouldn't be living. We would be asking.
Well, that's what we're doing though.
Yeah, we were constantly asking, but we're living off of that, or we're doing our own personal thing off of that. We have that in the back of our mind all the time, but we don't make it our main priority. Those of you who make it your main priorities are the ones who are not loved.
Really?
Yeah, because you make that your main thing. Nothing else
Oh, isn't that
matters
science?
to you. How many people don't have whys in science?
That's
Whys
a
in
weird thing to
physics.
say though.
Yeah, if you make something, to love something, you have to put a lot into it. If you want to love your animal, you have to give your money, you have to give your time. If you want to love a person, you have to give your money, you have to give yourself. If you love science, then you have to give your time to that.
Yeah, but to say that, just to go to the conclusion that, oh, that's because scientists are married because they're dedicated to finding the reason to answer the big questions.
Yeah.
That's weird.
No, like, not all of them. A lot of them are very happy people, and a lot of them are loved by many people. But, like, if you take away everything else in your entire existence, if you completely forget that part of your family exists because you're trying to find the answer, and then you die like that, there's gonna be one person at your funeral.
I get that. It's that's because there are times where I do put that. I'd make that my primary thing for that day.
You can occasionally do that,
Yeah, or they're just.
but if you make that your main priority,
And I do get it. It feels lonely when you go to those places in your mind where you're thinking, "What's happening after I'm gonna die?" Because it starts with you being afraid of dying.
Yeah.
And then from there you go, well, what's gonna happen? What is there a God? Is there not? Is this just? Am I gonna come back as a flower? But then I can't watch movies. What am I gonna do? And it's just.
We wouldn't be afraid of dying if we didn't know that. If no one had faith in the belief of God or science. If
But-
nobody believed in anything, we wouldn't be afraid.
I don't think so. I think death was designed in whatever designed
But
life.
we wouldn't be afraid at all because we wouldn't exist at all.
No, but
No.
okay, yeah.
because-
Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
If we weren't afraid of something, then why would we be alive? If death didn't exist,
If
if
we
the
weren't
whole
afraid of anything, we wouldn't be alive at all.
if the whole
Like-
idea of death, if
Like,
death
figuratively
wasn't
or literally.
the end game to life, then there wouldn't be life because we wouldn't be living for anything.
Yeah.
That's talked about in.
We wouldn't be living to anything. We don't live for death because if you live for death, then you'd be dead already.
Well, you're kind of living to make death worth it.
Yeah.
To make it like
You're living to death.
you're like I did it.
You're living your life so you can die in peace.
Do you live to? Okay, do you get to the point where you're in life where you're begging for death, or do you just
Some
what's
people do.
because or you're happy and you're like, all right, I did everything, I'm done.
No, at the very last second, when you know you're gonna die and you can't, there's no way of stopping it. You're gonna think, and you're like, I didn't do this, and you're gonna die like that.
Everyone,
Everyone's
gonna think I
Everyone,
didn't do
unless
this.
you did every single thing, unless you learn quantum physics.
No,
unless
but
you
even
learn
that.
Abraham
But there are people
Lincoln.
that don't even know that exist. There are people where their one goal in life is to do what they were doing their whole lives.
Yeah, but then they see these things on other places, or they see some person jumping off a cliff and
So you think-
surviving
So you think
in the news, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't do that," and then they die.
so? Everyone dies in regret.
Everyone dies, and even if it's the smallest regret in the world, there's always some regret.
And that's your last thought as you leave.
It might be your last thought. It might be your second to last thought.
That's morbid.
Yeah,
I don't think that's true.
it's true.
I think there are.
And we can't ask. We don't know because everyone's dead who's noticed that, who's done that.
Well, there are stories of people that have come back. It's just.
Well, the only way you can have those thoughts if you're for sure gonna die.
But there are people that die. That they're dead for more than 10 minutes. And then they come back.
I know, but something out there knows that they're gonna come back, so they don't allow
And what's
that person.
something?
We don't know. That's what
But
I was
what
saying.
is it to you?
We don't know what the something is who created the world. We
If
don't.
you
No
could-
one knows.
If you knew what it was, what would it be for you?
I don't know because we don't know.
No, but
our
take
knowledge,
away.
our knowledge beyond this is just like this is a pencil and this is a thing. This is blah blah.
Take the limits off. What do you want it to be? When you
Yeah.
die, what do you want it to be like?
Right now,
So you just want. You don't want it to end.
no, I want to die one day. I want to die. I want to live whatever I can do to the fullest extent of what I can have, and then die in that way. And I didn't do this. Too bad for me. Some people think like that, and that is how we die. But we die happy. Some of us die happy. Some of us die sad.
Okay, but when you
If
die and you
when
see.
we die, sometimes our family's around them, sometimes we're alone. If you die and your family's around you and you did a whole bunch of things, you were incredibly successful in your life, then your last thought, everyone's last thought is like someone who they loved. But there's always going to be something. Maybe you broke up with that person. Maybe that person already died. You regret, okay, for example, let's say you were in a car, you were in a car, okay, let's say you're a 80-year-old man or woman, or a 90-year-old, and you're about to die, you know you're gonna die, and something out there knows that you're gonna die for sure, so it allows you to have these thoughts. And then, so, you're in a car when let's say you're 70, not 70, let's say you're 64 and you're in a car with your husband or wife or your child, and then you get into a severe car accident and one of them dies. When you die, the thing you're going to be thinking about is, I'm going to be joining them, but I wish I hadn't got into that car crash, because then I wouldn't be joining them right now and they would still be alive.
I don't know. I'm happy today, so I don't think so.
You regret something. You always there's always one thing to regret.
I think some people do.
There's no always everyone
But
regrets something, because we're all human and we all have pretty much the same thoughts, but we develop them differently.
No. How do we come into the world? We come in crying. But are we crying for joy that we're here, or are we crying in sadness that we're here?
Or are we crying from pain because we're here?
Well, that would be considered with sadness.
Yeah, we're crying.
But all pain,
Maybe
all
it
pain.
hurt.
Well, you see the movies like Rocky and stuff. Like they at the end of the movie they're crying, but they just accomplished something. They went through so much pain and suffering, but they accomplished and they're happy now.
You're happy about that, and like, there are different forms of regret. You regret it hurt so much, but I still made it.
But you're saying that.
Why did I have so
but
much?
But it wasn't enough.
Yeah. No, it's saying I had this much pain, but I still made it.
But you're saying that you regret something.
Yeah, that's regretting it. It hurt so much. I could have done something that made it hurt less.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe
I think people like the pain.
If I didn't shut someone out while doing this.
I don't know. I think there are people that are able to die without regrets. Or just people that die, think, oh God, I'm dying, and they die. I think that could be the last thought. But
that could be someone's last thought. Regret isn't someone's last thought.
Well, you're just saying that.
I know, but then I already clarified a couple minutes ago. I said someone is your last thought. Something.
Someone else, but...
Someone or something you're calling.
But you're saying that that someone else is also... The fact that you're thinking of someone else is regretful because you're like, oh, I'm leaving this person, or damn, I'm going to see this person and I'm dying now.
Yeah, even if, like, you're leaving this person, I'm sorry I'm leaving you. Or
No.
That might be regret. You might die happy. You probably will die happy. A lot of people have died happy. You're happy because you accomplished everything you can with your life, and maybe all the people you love are already dead and you're going to join them. And you're happy about that.
Do you think you'd join them?
You might join them. My belief...
Stop saying might, just...
I hate
Go
that.
down.
I hate you so much.
If you die and you see God, how surprised are you?
I don't think we're going to see God. My belief
So you'd be really surprised.
Hold on. My belief after you die is that we come back to the greatest moment of our life.
And you just live that forever?
Yeah.
You're trapped in the infinity, beyond the infinity that we're already in?
We're just with the people that we love, even if they're still alive.
What does that mean?
We're in our happy place.
So, I've never heard that before. I've
actually heard this.
I've dumbed it down to three things. You're either me, a cynist, sometimes. Sometimes I'm one of two. Today I'm not. But sometimes I am the cynical person where you die, black, nothing anymore. You're done. Or you're an illogical optimist, which is you die, heaven, what if you fall from heaven? You're screwed. Or you're a logical optimist where you believe in a more scientific way of thinking where every body is made of energy. So when you die, your energy cannot be created nor destroyed, so it'll just go into something else. And that's kind of reincarnation, but it's actually kind of real.
It's good.
It's a circle of life type thing.
Everyone dies, and it's always good.
So you
not that dying is good.
So you believe in more of a spiritual thing?
No, it's not spiritual. It's just saying.
Well, you're saying you go back to a moment that was your best moment.
Yeah, because usually your last moment is your best moment.
No.
No, not your last moment is the best. Your last thought is your best moment.
But you're just...
Because everyone wants to die happy, and sometimes your happiest moment is maybe sitting down at the dinner table with your brother and talking. And
that's just it.
Yeah, you might.
You die and you're stuck there.
You're not. Okay. It's hard to get out of my brain. Okay, you're not stuck there. You see that once more, and you're happy, and then the light comes over, and
then nothing.
The energy blah blah. I kind of combine all of them.
Okay.
Except for the heaven one.
Okay, but that's true though.
Mm.
Maybe that's heaven to some people because when you die, a flow of some chemical gets into you, the same chemical that happens when you go to sleep when you're dreaming. It pours into your head, into your mind. So maybe that is maybe.
But it's not a nightmare.
No. Maybe when you die, you are thinking of the happiest thing, or maybe you're thinking of the most horrible thing because it's your dream. Pretty much, you're dreaming.
I know, but it's not a nightmare.
It can be a nightmare.
No, because something wants you to be happy.
If it's okay, what's the something though? You keep saying something. If we're basing it on science, then the dream chemicals are gonna come in. It's either gonna be a nightmare or a happy dream.
Who created
It's gonna be a
dream
memory.
Chemicals?
Okay, so now you're saying there's something else.
Yeah, there's
What
always
is it?
something else because we obviously didn't create the Earth. We obviously didn't create space.
Okay, but did something do it,
Yeah.
or did it just happen?
Something had to make it happen.
So you don't believe that anything could just happen. You believe there has to be a reason behind it.
We dropped a pencil because someone moved the desk.
What is that though?
I don't know.
Do you believe there's like an invisible energy moving things around, making sure everything happens in this way?
No, I believe that someone, I don't know, like, makes, I don't know, it's like really fried in my brain right now, but I can't get it out. It's like, okay, something created something.
This sounds like God.
Yeah, we don't know though. It could also be science.
But that's
Maybe
what you...
a boulder came in out of nowhere.
But you're saying that's what you believe, that it's something controlling everything
It's
that
not
happens.
something controlling everything.
But that's what
it's
you're
a whole
saying.
bunch of some things.
What does that mean?
Okay, let's say, how was the Earth created in science?
The
Again?
Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang.
Well, that's the whole universe, but Earth, it's just meteors running into each other.
Yeah, okay. The meteors came in and it created this. It created our Earth. And then some energies came in and they created humans. Humans came in and then they did stuff and it created more humans. And then energies came in and created animals. We came in and we created houses. We created economy. We created borders. We created war. We created love and hate.
So you're saying something just tipped the first domino. And
Okay, so the audio is just like...
hopefully it doesn't anymore.
Let's see.
But I think we're good.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. So we lost a little audio, but we're fine. It was just a little bit, maybe about 20 minutes. 20 minutes, but okay.
10 minutes.
So domino, what did I say?
Okay, so you're saying about stuff, and then you're like, something started the whole domino effect, and then let everything else happen.
Everything has a reason to you.
I believe that everything happens for a reason, and like even if it's just the smallest reason where I drop the pencil and then in the end I have to pick it up.
That's the reason you dropped it.
Yeah.
Not a bigger one than that.
Sometimes it's a bigger one. I
like to think big picture.
Occasionally,
I talked about
most
it.
Most of the time, I'm like big picture.
I talked about it in the last with Danny, where I was in class and a teacher called on this person, and then she called on me next, and I was like, oh, we're destined to be together. Just because we got called back to back.
Oh, my way is like, these two people are talking to each other, and one is a girl, and they're like not that well dressed or anything, and the other one is like a really well dressed guy, and I'm like, in the future they're gonna be together.
Ah.
That's yeah.
So even for their style, there's a reason. So there's a driving force behind that.
Yeah, and like they're friends, and I'm like, okay, this person's gonna be her first boyfriend, and then they're gonna break up, and then he's gonna be like an absolute drunk model person.
Okay.
And then she's gonna always be there, and then they're gonna end up getting married, and then she's gonna die first.
Like, okay. Like today, yesterday, I wanted to do a few open mics, and then I walked down a lot, and then a black cat went in front of me, crossed me, and I was like, oh no. And in that moment, I'm like, why am I worried? I don't believe in this stuff. And yet in that moment, I'm like, I'm praying to God to leave me okay. And then later on, I had a good set in the first place, where I never have a good set. Nobody's supposed to have a good set there. but I did pretty good. Then I go to my next place where I like it because I always have a good set. But I was going there, I'm like, I'm so happy, I'm so, boom, yeah, I'm so good, I can actually do this. And I went to the next place, and I think what the black cat caused was me not doing that great there, and then tricking me into thinking that, oh no, the black cat didn't do anything, but it did, because it made me forget about it, and then it struck. I blame it all on the black cat. But I'm not superstitious, I don't believe in that stuff.
Wait, but for you, it's like you mentally made it a reason.
I self-destructed in that moment.
Yeah.
I gave myself a reason to fail.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't want to, which is it's very subconscious.
Maybe you did bad on that set, and maybe there is a very important person in that room, and then they're like, okay, I'm looking for someone to hire, give someone money to. And
Not in that room.
maybe.
I can't think like that.
Yeah, I know.
If there was, that'd be so. No.
It's like
I did
very
fine
dark.
though. I did fine.
I don't like thinking like that.
I did fine, but not as good as I usually do there. But I remember when I left that one, this guy when I finished my first one and I walked to sign up to that one and I walked back to my car, which is about like a mile away. This guy came up to me and he said, "Hey, good story." In the first place I was like, "Oh, cool, he complimented me on my thing." And I'm more confident than ever, so I'm walking on to the next place, and I do it, and I'm like, I don't do as good. I'm like, why aren't you laughing? This is funny. And then I left, and I was leaving. This guy told me, "Hey, did you just go up?" And I was like, "Oh, he's gonna compliment me." Yeah, I did. And he's like, "You should really stick around, you know." I'm like, I gotta use the bathroom, which is a lie. I was just gonna go cry in my car. Because all that happened. Well, if I have a good one or a bad one, I just end up crying anyways. Everything ends in me crying.
That's true.
I am
Again,
crying man, running over my dreams with an ice cream van.
Like, for example, in the future, because you're this sensitive about everything, you're gonna get a very strong woman, maybe a military woman.
No, I need another mom.
Yeah, she's a very strong woman. Most
Mhm.
moms are strong.
Yeah, pushed up baby.
Yeah, exactly.
So everything has a reason.
Everything has a reason we don't.
I
know.
just use that theory to my advantage.
Most people.
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
good.
know.
Is there a reason for that? Yeah, there's so many reasons.
We don't know
reasons?
what started the domino. That's the question everyone should be asking, not
Was it a man or a woman?
not why.
Why
What?
did it? Why did it start?
Why?
I
Don't
think
ask
that's.
that.
I think.
Ask
No, you should
what?
ask.
No, you have to start with the base. What?
What did it?
What did it? And
Why?
And then after that, why did it do it?
I think we create our own things.
Exactly. So we ask, what did it? God, why? Because you wanted to.
Is it? Do you think we have free will?
Yeah, occasionally. Not all the time. We make
So-
our own choices sometimes.
But that's free will to make your own choice.
Mhm. But we sometimes have to go on to our destiny. Quote.
So sometimes some things are just set up to happen when
Yeah.
we have no control over.
And sometimes I watched a YouTube video yesterday about names. It was Good Mythical Morning.
Troye Sivan,
No.
close enough.
No. So, and they were talking about, like, how names can affect someone's future. Like, and then I'm like, alright, that's true about some people. Because sometimes, let's say you meet someone named Ashley, and some people automatically think, oh, this is, like, a really peppy white girl with blonde hair.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and then the people who have the same name think that I should be like that because that's what people think.
Yeah, that's a lighter way of thinking of what I think. Because I know some people that do believe in free will, and I say, but what about people with Down syndrome?
Automatically.
They don't have that. They're born with that. They weren't able to make the choice, which is why yours is the nicer way of, like, the name thing. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes your name will affect you sometimes.
Yeah, and, like, that's the thing with free will. That's our only restraint. And
Definitely.
because of that, like, something made the image of that.
Mhm. And you know they're making a live action Zelda movie or a TV show, I think, for the Netflix. I only say that because Red and Link.
You make me excited.
No, but they are.
They are?
Yeah, for
Seriously?
Netflix is
kidding?
making.
Yes!
Yeah, live action Zelda.
Yes.
All right, so
The Walking Dead starts tomorrow.
Oh yeah, who's gonna die first?
Someone already died
Cool.
in
Cool.
season 5.1. This
Cool.
is season 5.2.
Cool.
There's no redhead racism, gingerism. There is who?
There's
Oh yeah, that dude.
yeah, he's pro.
Lauren Cohan. She's married. No, her dad is Martin Cohen, the author of Bright Eyes, written by Stephen King.
That's good.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I did improv for the first time today. Because I went to that class thing and they started... Okay, you know how in movies, sometimes they have this weird acting teacher thing? And you see the students doing something weird, like weird noises? That happens. Like, the first person to come in was this, like, acting... I don't know what they were doing. She was making people go up and do animal noises. Everyone was like... And it was so weird. I was like...
it wasn't like
It was, though. It was like a movie. Some people got on their, like, did twirls on the floor. I'm like, what is happening? I could film this right now, and this could be, like, millions of hits. But, yeah, and this is what they do. Is they say your name. And they're like, Chris. And like, say it like you mean it. Chris.
Oh, it's
Nobody
like
cares.
My teacher story. I won't tell the whole thing because it's kind of long. Where he's like teaching.
All right, let's move on then.
About expressiveness,
Yeah.
and it's like the same thing with you being confident in saying your name. It's like play C on the piano. C.
Play C.
Like play C, and then he's just like C. And then
Yeah.
that's the only thing they did for like the next week.
And no one told me. I think that's where I have my... Because when I do that, the reason I'm not like, my name's Chris. Firm handshake. Burr, burr, burr.
Bun, dun, dun.
I'm just like, hey, I'm Chris.
Bill.
Sorry for freaking you out. I'm kind of panicking right now because you're a person and you're talking to me.
I want to play guitar.
It's okay if you don't say hi to me, it's fine. No offense. If I don't say hi to you, don't
That's
take it as
literally
a...
how you come off.
Don't say that. I really would prefer if this never happened, if you
Okay,
never
I'm gonna
talked
stop
to
it.
me, because I...
Never mind.
No, wait, no, we could have a future together. Where you going? I ruined everything. Oh, God.
But I'm so awesome.
I need everybody's attention now. Let me go do stand-up. Oh, God, I have everybody's attention. What am I going to say? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, God, you're laughing.
Ruin yourself, seriously.
Oh, God, you're laughing. Why are you laughing at me? Oh, yeah, that's supposed to happen. Oh, you're not laughing. Why aren't you laughing? You're supposed to laugh at me. But if you laugh at me... No. I'm leaving. Bye. You should stick around and watch the next show. I can't. I have to go self-destruct some more. I'm in my car. I gotta go home. But I just saw a car crash. I'm gonna get in a car crash. Because the black cat crossed in front of me, and I see this car crash 30 hours later. Oh my God. I'm gonna die on my way home today. I should really tell someone that I should tell someone I love them, but who am I gonna tell?
That's just sad.
That happened though. Like
Really?
I got so freaked out because first the black cat, then I don't do good. Then I see this car crash and I hear it. It sounded so loud, like a metal clashing thing. And it was 3 cars. I think what happened was the one car, they might have closed their eyes. Maybe their kid was crying. Maybe the mom was just being a good mom and taking care of her kid. But then she let go of the road for 1 second and then BAM! And then that car in front of her went BAM to the car in front of her. And nobody died. But I did a little bit on the inside because I thought I would for sure be dying on my way home because first the cat, now the crash. The world works in rules of 3, so there's comedy. I have to be next, and that will be the tragic joke. That'll be the joke to end my life. That I knew I would be going towards my tragedy, but I just did it anyways because it's a good joke. was just. Then I got home, and I remembered that hey, it doesn't matter if I didn't do good. It didn't even matter that I did great. There can only be one Frank, and it's not you. But you can be Chrisville.
I told you.
That was so much fun. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to do if I ever do like an hour thing. Have my thing scored.
Oh,
Exactly.
Choose me.
So, we end every podcast. We get a little silly like we just did. Today we talked about dying.
And the meaning of the universe.
Yes.
Tune in next time to hear more about that. I hope you regret this,
Like me.
because you wasted an hour of your time.
Thank you.
You're a successful person.
Not me. Tune in next time to hear me panicking.
And by the way, we sure do hope,
Hope that you really,
liked it.
yeah. We're gonna say it again for you.
Liked it.
One more time, please.
Liked it.
I don't think they believe it yet.
What about liked it?
Maybe they liked it. I don't know.
Liked it.
Say it like you mean it.
Liked it.
Come on.
Liked it.
One more time. Hope you liked it. All right. I'm gonna go cry.